I'm here with Patrick, who is doing an internship in Markham after having gone through taking Teach 9, right?
Yep.
And then doing the summer. So tell me a little bit about your trajectory up to getting here to this internship.
Yeah, sure. So the first kind of exposure I had to systems and computer architecture was in the fall of my second year. That's where I took 229 initially and met with Professor Nelson. After that, I enjoyed the course a lot. I liked the concepts a lot, and that's where I asked Nelson if I could do research over the summer with him. So the following summer term, I did a 4-month research term with him. So that entailed getting some more exposure to the research side of computer architecture. In that particular year, I was working alongside a graduate student who, they already had their research underway, so I could just kind of tag along, get a sense of what sort of work they're doing, see the process of research, see sort of what sort of stuff they have to do right, experiments, stuff like that. And then one other nice thing about that as well is we would spend an hour or so every week doing a research paper discussion. So that was also a nice way to get exposure to a variety of different topics within because of course computer architecture is a very broad field. There's a lot of different areas, so this research paper discussion was a nice way to get exposure to a variety of different topics.
And you also work on developing labs for Teach 9 during that summer?
Yeah, exactly. So it was a 50-50 mix between helping the grad student with their research and then also doing stuff to develop 229. I myself was working on making improvements to the way the materials presented, going over some things that were a bit outdated and then updating them to be a bit more modern. Some of the other people who I was working alongside, their main task was developing the labs for the next 229 semester.
Yeah, so some of the ways that we do the homework today is thanks to your work.
Yes, exactly.
And we're still, although we are changing the homework questions for this fall, the style is still the style that you set for us. So and now Patrick is here in Markham, an internship, and the reason we are together this week is because I am providing training for a research and development group here. And so tell us a little bit about your experience now. So you're going to be for 16 months in your internship?
Exactly.
And then return to your last year in so how did your learning up to now help with your internship?
I think the biggest thing that helped a lot was the 4 months of summer research, because over those 4 months you gain a lot of exposure to a lot of the tools you're using in the industry, the biggest of course being LLVM. So when you come into your internship, you're already like multiple feet ahead of your of other people who are just starting, because a lot of people, they come in, maybe it's one of their first internships, maybe it's their first systems internship, they may not even have heard of LLVM, whereas you already have 4 months of exposure working with the tool and at least being familiar with it. So I'd say in that case it definitely gives you a big head start, which in my opinion is a big plus, because it allows you to get onto interesting projects, interesting tasks a lot quicker than other people.
So thank you very much, Patrick.
Yep, no problem.